Guys, welcome back to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to do an example related to SOQL queries and SOSL queries. So things get more clear. So now first thing we are going to do is we are going to talk about the SOQL query, which is Salesforce Object Query Language, which is used to query the Salesforce record. So in order to write an SOQL query, what you can do is we can use the developer console. So here, click on this setting button and look for developer console. And here we have a place called as query editor. So let me go to the query editor and start from the scratch. So we have this query editor, and let's say inside of this query editor, you can either write a SQL query or you can even write the SOSL query. And then you can hit the execute button at the bottom left side. And once you have written the query, you can hit the execute button. The results will be displayed here. So first thing is, let's say I am interested in looking at the account records. Accounts. So let's say I'm interested in all these records. So here are 13 records we have, and we are not interested in all the fields. I'm only interested in the account name and the phone number field. So whenever you are writing the query, you are not writing the say account name. You going to use the different field name. You are going to use the field name instead of field label. So here the instead of saying the select the account name, we are going to say the select the name. And let's say we are interested in the account number or we are interested in phone field. You can specify the three fields from which the object from the account object. So what do I mean is, if I go back here and here I'm going to use the keyword select, which field I am interested in, the name field and the phone number field from account object. So what's going to happen is it's going to read all the records that are available in account because I do not have any filter here. So it's going to read every record which is available in account object, but is not going to display all the fields for those records. It is only going to display the name field and the phone number field. So if I go ahead and hit the execute, you are going to see the total of 13 records because 13 records are there and you are displaying the name and the phone number. So let's say you also want to include a third field. So instead of using the field label value, you have to use the field name value. So if I go ahead and write the field name, account number. So what's going to happen? It's going to return the third column and that is going to be the account number. So once you have updated it, hit the execute button. So it is going to pull up the third column as well, which is the account number. So it displays the name for every account, the phone for every account, and the account number. So this is how you write an SOQL query. Now, what about SOSL? So SOSL, as the name indicates, it is a Salesforce object search language. So it is used to search something. Usually you search for a particular text or some email addresses or something like that, right? So for example, now in order to write SOSL, we are going to use the keyword find. then what are you interested in? So let's say I wanted to look for, if I go back to the accounts, let's say I am looking for the word the gen point. So if I go ahead and look for the gen point, go back, I'm going to specify the word that I'm looking for, gen point, in all the fields. And what I am returning, I am going to return back the account name and then the contact first name and the last name. So it's going to look for this text gen point in the account object as well as in the contact object. And it is going to return you the name field for the account, and it is going you to return the first name and the last name for the contact. So now if I go ahead and hit the execute button, what happened is you found, so from the account object, we have this gen point, and then from the contact also, we got something. There was a text called gen point. So Edna Frank. So let's look for Edna Frank. So in the contact, it look for the gen point across the contacts records as well as across the account records. So wherever it found the text gen point, it returned the first name and the last name column of that record. So here in the contact, there was a text called gen point in the account name field of the contact record. And what happened is, as for the query, we told that, hey, while you only return the first name and the last name. So for this particular record, this particular contact, the account name is gen point, and we are looking for this gen point across the account object as well as the contact. So it will return the first name and the last name for that contact record. So we got Edna Frank here. So this is how you write these. So it is going to look for the gen point across all the fields. That is what is mean. Across all the fields, it is going to look for, and it is going to return you the name field of the matching record and the first name and the last name field from the matching record, from the contact object. So now, if I go back here and let's say I create a new contact, and here I put the first name as Cloud, and here the last name is Parle, and then in the title we have added gen point. So in the title we have this gen point, so I'm going to hit the save button. So now this, because we are searching across all the fields, now what's going to happen is, from the contact we are going to return the two records now. So if I go ahead and hit the execute button, so let's go ahead and go to the query editor. Let me close this, and this, and hit execute. So now you can see here from the contact, now it is returning two records, even the Cloud Parle record, and also has a gen point in the title. This, because according to SOSL query, we looking across all the fields. We are not only looking at the name field, we are looking across all the fields. So wherever it found the keyword or wherever it found the gen point, it is returning you those records. So no matter the gen point is available in the description or it is available in the title or it is available somewhere else. So wherever it is available, it is return you all the records. Now it is not returning you every field of that matching record. It is only returning you the from the contact object. It is only returning the first name and the last name field of the matching record. And from the account object, it is only returning the name field of the matching record. So if I go back again and if I add create a new account, and here if I add gen point in the website, gen point, and let's say the account name is universal container, and let's say we search for this is okay, universal and this, and let's hit the save button. So website is gen point. So in this case, let's the save button. So now what's going to happen is when you execute this query again, right now from the account object, it only pulled up the one record, right? Only pulled up one record. Now gen point is available. Let me go ahead and execute this. So now from the account object, it is returning two records because in the universal as well, in this particular name, in this universal account name, in the website field, we have this gen point. And since we have gen point is a matching text available in that record, that's why now you are able to see two records from the account object. Similarly, from the contact, we have the same two records that we have earlier. You have to use the keyword find, and then what are you looking for? If you are looking for gen point or any other text, you are going to specify text here using these curly braces, and then you are going to specify that, hey, I am looking for this text across all the fields. So wherever you find this text, return me that record. But I'm not interested in all the field of that record. Just return me the name field from the account. If that matching text is available in the account object, then return me the name for that account record. And if the matching text is available in the contact record, then just return me the first name and the last name for that record. That's it. I'm not interested in all the fields. I'm only interested in first name, last name from the contact and the name from the account. So this is how you write the SOQL queries and SOSL queries. So let's meet in next tutorial. Till then, have a good day. Bye.